What's going on, everyone? Vampyr Gaming here at Peoria with JimmyJ. He finished top 32 in Swiss and then unfortunately lost to Argo Impact in top 16. He is playing Shanks and it is quite the interesting list. Before we dive in, do you remember your matchups from yesterday?
Yes, I do. So in my Swiss rounds, the first one I had a Shanks Mirror, which I won. The second one was a Lin matchup, which I won, and then a Plouffe one, also win. Round 4, Usopp win. Round 5, Shanks win. Round 6, Dofi, I lost. I got Omega bricked that game. Round 7, Shanks, a win again. Round 8, I played against Blackbeard, which I lost. Round 9, I played against another Shanks, 4th Shanks, won, and then round 10, I played against a category, which I won as well. So I was 8-2 in Swiss, and I was number 27.
Got it. Amazing. So with all those Shanks, did you win all your dice rolls, or how did those?
I did not.
Okay.
I think I went second twice, and I went first twice.
Got it. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's go ahead and dive into this list here.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. So to start off with, I'm running 4 of the Uda Searcher. So the main reason why I'm playing this card is for consistency. I feel like in a larger tournament, consistency is extremely important. Like, your deck can be really good, but if you're not finding the pieces you need, you can't win. So I'm running 4 Udas, and this also helps search some of the other cards that I'm running at a lower count. It's also really good because it can swing into searches. Like, I killed a ton of Lafitte's with my Udas that I played early on, and then I was able to swing leader, or I can swing 5 with Uda and 5 with lead into a Blackbeard. It's really good.
Okay, wait, before we go on, so everyone here who knows that I'm just completely anti-searcher because I could just play something that fits the curve. I will say I do wish I had it for the sake of Blackbeard. With that in mind, how often were you actually playing? Are you just playing Uda on one? Like, because to me, when you play Uda, if you play it on any curve after one except for the rare 6 where you can play it to search there, you're already behind the moment you play it. Like, how often were you playing it not on 1 and not on 6?
It depends on the matchup. So I was playing this a lot on the 6 Dawn turn and the 9 Dawn turns. Like, you play Rayleigh, you can play an Uda. You play, like swing your leader into like a reduced guy. You can play this after, play like a rush Luffy or whatever. But I think it's just a really nice filler card. And worst case, it's a 1k counter, which is always good.
Okay.
Early game though, this is what I want to see in the opening hand.
Got it.
And then next, 2Ks. So I have 2 of the lime juice, 4 Hongo, 4 Otama, and I also run 4 of the blocker choppers. It's pretty self-explanatory. Blocker chopper is just an amazing card. It's a blocker and a 2K. It's 6K body on their turn. Otama's reduction comes up quite a bit as well. You can reduce something KO easier with your Beckmans and Rayleighs. Hongo's pretty good 2K. The ability does come up every once in a while, helps you kind of hit the larger bodies you wouldn't otherwise be able to hit. And then 2 lime juice. I didn't ever actually use this on playability, and I found that to be often the case, so that's why I was okay with making this 2 instead of like a 3-3 split.
Got it. So real quick, interestingly enough, so I actually did like the reverse. I usually played like 3 lime juice anyways, just because lime juice was not as good. There's just, everybody plays big blockers now. There's like a lot less chump blockers. Like, it still comes up, but like Teach is going to turn them off, things like that. And then on top of that, you have Hongo. So I actually just completely cut out, I considered it because like I cut my Hongo cost down though. And then I've seen people just completely opt for him out overall, and then we're just like playing 4 lime juice. Is there any what matchups are we really has Hongo come up for you? Is it like the mirror or like still purple Luffy, or like what led you to really keep that in?
I think it's pretty good to purple Luffy. It's like a pseudo blocker because they don't want to leave this alive, so I'll take a hit. And the minusing 2K is really good so you can attack into their bodies. So I didn't play this that much during this event. I think I maybe played it on field 3 times, but all 3 times it did act as a blocker and it did its job pretty well, so I was happy with it. And the reason I'm running all of these is because of the Uda search. If I don't have enough hits, I'm going to whiff a lot.
That makes sense. So I don't play Uda, so
the Uda
that makes
searches.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's why I'm not running like the Sanji 2Ks and all those.
Got it.
Then next, I am running 4 of the Sanji, the new Sanji that came out recently. I think this is a very good early game card. It replaces itself. You can be aggressive with it. It's got a 1k counter. And yeah, it's just cards that replace itself is really invaluable, I feel like, in Shanks, because there's not a lot of sources of card advantage. So you really want to kind of keep your hand count high. And this also diverts a swing into your leader as well, which is always great. For Lucky Roo. At one point I was testing the list without Lucky Roo, but like within just a couple games I knew I had to bring it back. Like as a 4-of, it's just
Card's
so
busted. Card's so good. It wasn't like great last time because everybody just law bounced it.
Exactly.
So it's not good when you get law bounced, but when it's not getting law bounced every round, card goes the distance.
When there's fewer Dofis, this card is insane. But yeah, I mean, great card. Can KO a 6k original power. Amazing card. I'm running 3 of the Rush Luffy from the new starter deck. Great filler card for that 5 Dawn, and you can be aggressive with this and also kind of take control of the board with this as well. Like this is amazing into Blackbeard, of course. Any rusher is. And
it's also really good in the mirror.
It is very good in the mirror. And it also lets you do like a lot of 6k swings. Like you swing 6, you attach it on your leader, you can swing 6 again in the mirror. Really, really good. 4 Bendakins. I mean, this card's insane. There was a time where it was on 3, but yeah, I just have to run for this card. I almost always want to see this in my opening hand against most matchups. It's relevant into everything except for like Blackbeard, I guess, but it's still a 7k body in that case. And if they, if they accidentally don't use their leader ability, you might be able to sneak like a cheeky KO or a cheeky trash in there as well. 4 Rayleigh. I know 3 Rayleigh's kind of been more popular in some lists, but I feel like I can't not run for it. In my opinion, best card in red, so.
It is the best card, but I feel like in the format, I think I like Dragon just a little bit more. But I do like if I didn't have so many bricks, I would for sure play 4 Dragon, 4 Rayleigh. Like they're just both so powerful.
I'm on 3 Dragon. I think this is probably my MVP of the day, to be honest. It's just such a good card. Very flexible. You can attach your Dawn onto your leader. You can attach onto an Uda, get like a 6k swing in. It's a very flexible card. I might even want to bring this up to 4. I'm not sure about that. But for now, I think 3 is a good number. I might test with 4 and see how that goes. But yeah, I feel like if I were to put this at 4, I might have to cut a Rayleigh, like I said. 3 Rush Shanks. I need this card in the mirror. Like, what more can you say? Whoever sticks more of these in the mirror wins the mirror. So that's why I'm running 3. And yeah. 1 KO Shanks. This is a recent addition I added to the list. I was concerned about large bodies that I would need to pop, but I can't pop using Rayleigh or Beckman. But this kind of gets you there, that extra, like this can pop Rayleigh, this can pop anything 10k or below. And yeah, that only came up I think once in this tournament, but in my place testing before, this is really strong. Like some people run like Zoros, for instance. This can pop with the 9-cost Zoros, which is really strong. I have 1 Bad Manners Kick Horse, just kind of use our brick as counter. 2 Mule Pistols. This card, I think, overperformed as well.
Interesting. Continue.
So I use this to kill a lot of things. Like, it's great to killing like chump blockers. Like you minus 5k onto the bigger swinger, KO the chump blocker, and then swing into their reduced larger body. I can kill a 7k. That means you can kill a smoker. You can kill a Beckman. There's a lot of cards that you can KO with this, and I like the fact that it's like 2 effects in 1 essentially. So you can 2-for-1 someone with this card essentially, which makes it really flexible. And I'm very happy I added this in. I have 2 10-layer igloos in my list. So I know a lot of people run like Red Hawks, and I used to run Red Hawks as well. But my thought on this was everyone's expecting Red Hawks, and it really only kills Teach. Otherwise, people will be kind of playing around Red Hawk. This gives me 1k extra counter, and it can also has that ability to 2-for-1, especially when they're like swinging into me expecting a Red Hawk. This actually got me several 2-in-1s because I countered their hit and then I made another swing, essentially get nullified. So this is actually very good. Unfortunately though, in Top Cut, it's open deck list, so everyone knew I was running this, so no one played around the fact that I didn't have Red Hawk in my list.
Got it. So wait, real quick. So we got Mulgun and we have 10-layer Igloo. 10-layer Igloo was a card I considered. I also considered like that Luffy Hurricane, whatever. 10 layer igloo overall. Like Red Hawk, of course, has the fact that it's like essentially a veggie trigger and things like that. Did you ever pull 10 layer igloo out of life and like hope that it was like Red Hawk or anything like that? Like it would be way better, anything like that?
No, I don't think there was any times where I triggered, like I went to life, this was life and wish trigger, not in this tournament at least.
Got it.
This is a recent addition as well. It's only been a week since this has been my deck.
Got it. And then so Mulgun overall, what matchups were you using that card in? Like where was it really overperforming? Because I had it in my list at 2 as well at one point, and it just felt like it was just completely underperforming. Where was that going to distance for you?
It was good in every matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Every single matchup was good. If they have something rested, you minus 5k, and either they, it's Dawn efficient because it's 4 Dawn for 5k, right, even though you use a card. But you get the ability to KO at 2 costs. So like if they have some chump block or like something else, like a Rosinante or whatever, insane card. Like obviously everyone knows this is really good into the Eustace Captain Kid. But yeah, overall I think it's just a really flexible card, and that's kind of my playstyle, is I really like flexibility in my deck lists. And these 2 cards are really flexible with how you play them.
Mulgun does have a nice trigger, I will say that.
And the trigger's amazing.
The trigger, I mean, it's just activated, which is really good.
I never triggered this out of life, actually, this entire tournament, so...
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Unfortunate,
so,
but...
Yeah. And then, so, with that in mind, right, like you said, it did really good. Would you continue to play it? Like, would you play more? Like, what was the thought? Yeah. What was the thought there?
I don't know if I would run more. I feel like 2 is a good number to put it at. You don't want to see the 2 of these in your hand usually. You only want to see 1. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I think maybe I'll try 3, but the deck list is very tight, so I don't know what I would cut to run through. So I think I will keep the list, but just at 2.
Got it. And then would you play it late game, or were you ever like, was there ever like it being played early, right? Because you have Sanji, so it can count as a 6. Were you ever playing it early, or was it more like a save for like late game, like after you've established like a dragon, anything like that? When was it coming up?
I guess it mostly came up in like the mid game. So I don't play this. I like never play this on curve pretty much, or I didn't ever play it on curve recently. Like if someone's playing like a 7k smoker and I have my Sanji on board, I think it makes sense to KO with this, especially because that banish is really annoying for Shanks. But that didn't come up because I didn't face. I don't think anyone played a smoker against me this tournament, so that didn't come up. But yeah, I usually use this to kind of min-max my swings and my Dawn use in the later game.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then I think we have one more card here.
And my last card is Red Force. So another reason why I'm running 4 Uda is because it lets me find this card more efficiently. You only really want to play this in like the first couple turns, but if you do, it makes your combat math so much better. Like this plus this KOs an 8k. This plus Beckman or Rayleigh can KO a 7k, and 7k bodies I feel are extremely relevant right now. You got like the Smoker, you got like the Lim 7ks, Beckman's a 7k. So this kind of gets you over that awkward threshold with Shanks where you can normally only kill a 6k efficiently. Otherwise, you need an Otama or something else, a Hongo on field. This makes that just so much better.
Okay, cool. And then so with Red Force, how many games do you think you played that out of the 12 that you played? Or well, I guess it's more with Top Cut, but the 12 total rounds.
I think I ended up playing this card maybe 3 or 4 times. I played it, I believe, in my round 3 versus a Ploofy, and it just kind of helped me swing into their 6k bodies. Like, they play a lot of 6k bodies, and I could just reduce it to 5, swing lead, take a card, and it was just really strong. It just makes combat math very good.
Got it. And then, did this card come up in the mirror at all? Did it provide you any advantageous positions there?
I don't remember if I played this in mirror, but in the mirror, this is really good to kill Ben Beckman. Especially, they have a Ben Beckman, you just Ben Beckman, they're Ben Beckman with this.
Got it. Cool. Well, with that, that's all 50, so...
Congratulations on finishing your event. Your prize tickets will be available for pickup at the side events area. If you're single line, please go far and away from the registration desk.
So I think the first thing, you won all of your mirrors.
I did.
What is so like this list, obviously you're running less Dragon, you're running the Searcher, which the Searcher is better for the mirror, you're running less Dragon, you're running more Rayleigh, and you're only running 3 Luffy. With those in mind, how are you navigating the mirror? What are you trying to do? Because you also have the pop Shanks, a lot of tempo, different things. What is your approach to the mirror, and how are you able to pull out those wins?
So I think in the mirror, so a lot of times people you want to play multiple 10 Shanks, but I think only one 10 Shanks is all you need, as long as you can keep it alive. As long as you keep it alive, your opponent can never kill it, essentially, because you're going to have enough counter in hand to protect your 12k body. So what I do is I use my 10 Shanks to clear their board while I attack their leader, so I can take cards out of the hand with leader and slowly gain that card advantage. As long as my 10 Shanks doesn't die, I'm in the lead, essentially.
Got it. So you're just playing, even when you're going first, are you still just playing for 10 Shanks?
I do, but I try to keep it alive. If they play second 10 Shanks, then it gets a lot more challenging, and then at that point I might try to pivot to going for life. But it's kind of hard. I don't think that actually ended up happening. Like when I was playing first, I don't think they ever played 2 on board at the same time, because I was able to clear one with like my dragon or something and attach a bunch of dawn to it. But yeah, that's the hard part. Is if they have 2 10 Shanks, it becomes kind of trickier to navigate, and that's when stuff like dragon going into life, the 5-cost Luffy going to life becomes really strong.
Got it. So your overall approach is you're doing control,
Yes, I do control
more, because you have you have the Rayleighs, we have the mole pistols, so we of course have 10-drop Shanks.
Yes.
So instead of the typical like everybody else, face. Got it. Well, that's
As long as they don't die next turn, I can keep chugging away at their life, take cards in their hand.
got it. Cool. Well, that's really it makes sense. I mean, I was struggling at first with the mirrors. I think I kind of got it figured out. This is just the craziest list I've ever seen. I'm like, I was like, oh, I was like Red Force. I was like, the Igloo. I was like, I considered the Igloo, but like at the end of the day, Red Hawk is just so good. But I'm really, really glad it worked out for you. With this in mind, just top of mind, any changes you would make to the list?
I think it depends on the meta. For this meta, I really like this list, and I'd probably keep it as is. I don't think if I were to go back in time, I would change any of the cards in my list, to be honest. But it just depends, kind of. I do feel like my matchup in the Blackbeard is a little weak, so I might try to run another 5-cost Luffy or another Dragon. But those are the only cards I would really consider changing.
Got it. Yeah, and then so the big thing for me too was Blackbeard is the most represented, second most represented. We're the first, and in those those 5-drops and those dragons really came up. I know you only played one Blackbeard. Was the list one of those where you're just accepting defeat in Blackbeard, or did you still overall feel pretty confident into that matchup?
It wasn't too bad. So the one I lost to in Swiss, I only lost by 1k counter at the very end. So it was a really close match, but it just depends on how many rushers I see, really. If I don't see any rushers, it's kind of GG's, I feel, unless I get really lucky. But the more rushers, the better for that matchup, for sure. And then in my last game against Impact, he plays a very different list, actually, which is quite interesting. He has a lot of triggers in life. He ended up triggering I bid 500 million to pop my Uda, which prevented me from swinging with it. And then he ended up countering out with perfect counter on my last attack. So that's how I ended up losing that matchup. But it was also extremely close, so it doesn't do too badly into Blackbeard, I think, but just having 1 or 2 more rushers to make it more consistent would be really nice.
Got it. 3, tables 4 and 11. Please report. Will be a double game loss.
All right, yeah. And then, so what is the list is pretty similar, but there are some more unique choices. What does the early game look like for you? What do you like when you're initially setting up? What's the early turns look like?
So, turn 1 or turn 2, if I have Uda, I'm playing Uda, of course, really good. I kind of look for the cards I need. If I don't have any 2Ks or low 2Ks, grab a 2K. Missing a mid-game turn, maybe I'll grab a Lucky Roo. After that, I'll typically try to play out, I'll probably try to play out the Sanjis. The Sanjis are really good in that early game because, 3 Dawn for a 6k swing is great, it replaces itself. This helps me be kind of aggressive early game, and they always want to clear this, so I just end up drawing a card, which is, like I said, that card advantage is so important. Against aggro matchups, I obviously, want the Lucky Roo. The Lucky Roo is the GOAT in those matchups.
Lucky Roo is the GOAT.
He's so good.
Zoro's quaking.
Yeah, I didn't end up playing against any Zoros, but obviously this is the card you want against Zoro. And it's good against a lot of other decks, honestly. There's a lot of 6Ks in the meta right now, so this guy is very good against those. But yeah, that's kind of my very early game. After that, I want to see that 5-drop Luffy. 5-drop Luffy on 5 or 6 is really, really good. I feel like the games where I was able to do that, I just ended up winning those because of that. That tempo swing is really strong. 7s, Beckmans, 8s, Rayleighs. It's pretty straightforward for Shanks, I think.
Yeah, late game's all the same. You just play bricks. You want to be playing bricks. Get them out of your hand.
Play your bricks. Try to clear the board and maintain control.
Got it. Cool. Well, thank you so much. Do you have any shout-outs, JimmyJ?
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to everyone in the Chicagoland area. Love playing with you all, and also got me here today, so thank you.
Huge. All right. Well, congrats once again, and thank you so much.
Thank you.